Let's just take a moment, shall we? Just notice where you are. Feel yourself sitting on your chair, if you are, your feet on the ground. Just becoming present in this moment. Notice your breath. Just moving in and out. You don't need to change it at all. Noticing how you are now, right now. You might be a bit rushed. You might be a bit fizzy from getting here on time. Whatever's there, just let it be there and notice your breath. And then, if you haven't already looked around, just see who there is there on the screen, looking at the faces, connecting with each other across the miles, across the planet. All those wonderful shining faces. And let's begin with the Sufi invocation of Hazrat Naik Khan. Towards the One, the perfection of love, harmony and beauty, the only being, united with all the illuminated souls who form the embodiment of the Master, the Spirit of Guidance. Now I'd like to invite Jelani to say the extended version.
So we'll stretch what we might be able to embody, from Master to message to mystery to miracle to Mother. So join with me. Towards the One, the perfection of love, harmony and beauty, the only being, united with all the illuminated souls who form the embodiment of the Master, the message, the mystery, the miracle, the Mother, the Spirit of Guidance.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. We begin in the name of love, radiant love and compassionate love. And let us begin this evening's
I'm going to introduce
session. Today we're going to be celebrating the Urs of Jalaluddin Rumi, the great poet of the Sufis, with the assistance of our good friend and my dear teacher Murshid Allaudin Ottinger, who is with us here today. And we're very, very pleased to have you here.
what a great joy and a privilege it is.
Pleasure's all mine. Little moment to get to the button before I could chime in there, but yeah.
So I want to welcome everybody, some very familiar faces, and we've really enjoyed connecting with you all before, and some new faces as well, so pleased to see you. So I'm going to begin with Bismillah.
Bismillah.
Bismillah. Something I know happens to be one of Allaudin's favourites. I don't usually lead it when he's here because he might prefer to lead it himself. But I was thinking that perhaps he wouldn't be doing it today. Bismillah, Bismillah, Ar-Rahman, Ar-Rahim. Bismillah, Bismillah, Ar-Rahman, Ar-Rahim. Bismillah, Bismillah, oh Allah. Bismillah, Bismillah, oh Allah. So Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. We begin in the name of love, radiant love, compassionate love. And then we have Bismillah, Bismillah, Hu Allah, Hu. You probably don't need to repeat those words, do you? Let's just sing it together. Bismillah, Bismillah, ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Bismillah, Bismillah, ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Bismillah, Bismillah, oh Allah. Bismillah, Bismillah, oh Allah. One more time. Bismillah, Bismillah, ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Bismillah, Bismillah, ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Bismillah, Bismillah, oh Allah. Bismillah, Bismillah, oh Allah. So I'm going to invite those of you who have the space to stand up and move with this one. And very simple. This is going to be a slight variation of this dance for Zoom. Going to be doing a little bit more with the arms than in the original dance. So we're going to be doing this beautiful rowing motion as we step forward with the right and rock back onto the left. We're going to be lifting our arms in a circle as if we were rowing a boat, rowing our boats on the ocean of love, together, always together. So step forward with hands forward and then pulling back and up. And then on the Bismillah, Bismillah, Hu Allah Hu, we're going to be turning to the right and then to the left. Okay. And you can watch Jelani to begin with because she's going to be dancing it before she then picks up her viola. Bismillah, Bismillah, ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Bismillah, Bismillah, ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Bismillah, Bismillah, oh Allah. Left. Bismillah, Bismillah, oh Allah. Rowing. Bismillah, Bismillah, ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Bismillah, Bismillah, ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Bismillah, Bismillah, oh Allah. Bismillah, Bismillah, oh Allah. Just the low voices. Bismillah, Bismillah, ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Bismillah, Bismillah, ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. All together. Bismillah, Bismillah, oh Allah. Left. Bismillah, Bismillah, oh Allah. High voices. Bismillah, Bismillah, ar-Rahman together, turning. Bismillah, Bismillah, oh, Allah. Bismillah, Bismillah, oh, Allah. All together. Bismillah, Bismillah, Ya Rahman, Ya Rahim. Bismillah, Bismillah, Ya Rahman, Ya Rahim. Bismillah, Bismillah, oh Allah. Bismillah, Bismillah, oh Allah. Just breathing the words. Bismillah, Bismillah, Ya Rahman, Bismillah, Bismillah, Ya Rahman. Bismillah, Bismillah, oh Allah. Bismillah, Bismillah, oh Allah. One more time. Bismillah, Bismillah, Ya Rahman, Ya Rahim. Bismillah, Bismillah, Ya Rahman, Ya Rahim. Bismillah, Bismillah, oh Allah. Bismillah, Bismillah, oh. Sing with this. Bismillah, Bismillah, oh Allah. Bismillah, Bismillah, oh Allah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. We begin in the name of love, of Allah, unity.
So we're going to hand over to Allaudin for a little while now. We're going to back and forth a bit like this between us. So, brother, over to you.
Welcome.
He's unmuted. Like that. Well, thank you so much, Salik. That and it's great to see everybody dancing. It doesn't always work out that way. Sometimes on the Zooms, everybody's not hopping up, but I think it's a good way to get engaged like that. And you know, it makes me think. I have a little Rumi I'm going to bring forth, not a practice, but I've been doing these Zooms, and sometimes you only have like 15 minutes or something like that, and so it makes me think about this story from Prophet Muhammad. And you know, many of this tales and Rumi's Masnavi, you know, involve Prophet Muhammad, and you know, of course, deep in the culture. Anyways, apparently a man came to Prophet Muhammad and said, "Give me some wisdom and make it quick." And before he could get the all the words out of his mouth, the Prophet Muhammad grabs his tongue and said, "Watch what comes out of your mouth." Yeah. So I always like that. Give me some wisdom and make it quick. I'm going to do a chant. I'm going to play that drum. I also should show you something that came from northern Minnesota yesterday. Rashida, I got this drum in the mail yesterday. We We won't play it right now, but I thought I'd show it off just for a second. Show and tell. Antele hadi, antele huck. Antele hadi, antele huck. Thou art the guide, thou art the truth. This one came from our brother Allaudin Loraz, the Mevlevi. His father was Suleiman Dedi. And as I understand it, kind of gifted this dance as practice to the Dance of Universal Peace Award, to the Sufi Award, Benaid Khan, Sam Lewis. But this is a nice one just to use with drum. I've got some other instruments here for a little bit later, but I bet a lot of people know the tune. Antele hari, antele haq, la ilaha illahu. So then we use the zikr phrase in there, and apparently in this way the Turkish pronounce it la ilaha illahu, la ilaha illahu. There's nothing but God. La ilaha illahu. Let's try it again. Antele hare, antele haq, la ilaha illahu. Antele hare, antele haq, la ilaha illahu. So if you'd like to stay seated, or if you want to stand up, it's all good. You might just make a gesture to the left and maybe a gesture to the right. You know, it's a nice group practice that we do, all holding hands, so we can feel each other's hands across the big waters here, if you will. And Antele hadi, antele haq. Antele hadi, antele haq. La ilaha illahu. Antele hadi, antele haq. La ilaha illahu. Antele hare, antele haq, la ilaha illahu. Antele hare, antele haq, la ilaha illahu. Antele hare, antele haq, la Antele hare, antele haq, la ilaha illahu. Antele hare, antele haq, a little faster. La ilaha illahu. Antele hare, antele haq, la ilaha illahu. Antele hare, antele haq, la so I can hear you. Antele haq, la ilaha illahu. Antele hare, antele haq, la ilaha illahu. Antele hare, antele haq, la ilaha illahu. Antele hare, antele haq, la ilaha illahu. Antele little movements. La ilaha illahu. Antele hare, antele haq, la ilaha illallah, Anjali Hare, Anjali Hare, 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 La ilaha illallah, 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 illahu, 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 illahu. Anjali Hare, Anjali Hare, La ilaha illallah, Anjali Hare, Anjali Hare, La ilaha illallah, Anjali Hare, Anjali Hare, La ilaha illallah, La ilaha illallah, illahu, illahu, illahu. Everybody who. Big breath. Small. Rumi, just a single line, keeps on coming. The scent of the garden keeps on coming, while the presence of the friend is with us. The scent of the garden keeps on coming, while the presence of the friend is with us. The scent of the garden keeps on coming, while the presence of the friend is with us. Amen. Maybe some more in a minute of the poetry. Maybe I'll do one more little bit before I pass it over there. Have to determine what that little bit is there. Let's come up and see if I can bring it all back together. Some more of the words of Mevlana Jalaluddin Rumi. Some folks might know this tune. Come, come, whoever you are, even though you've broken your vows 1,000 times, come, come again. Come, come, whoever you are, even though you've broken your vows 1,000 times, come, come again. Ya Mevlana Ru Allah, La ilaha illallah, Ya Mevlana Ruhallah. La ilaha illallah, Ya Allah. Ya Mevlana Ruhallah. Mevlana, the name for Rumi, master, teacher. Ruhallah, the spirit of God, the breath of God, also name of Jesus, the zikr. Come, come, whoever you are, even though you've broken your vows 1,000 times. Come, come again. Come, come, whoever you are, even though you've broken your vows 1,000 times. Come again. Ya Mevlana Ruhallah, La ilaha illallah. Ya Mevlana Ruhallah, La ilaha illallah. Ya Allah. Come, wherever you are, even though you've broken your vows 1,000 times. Come again. Come, whoever you are, even though you've broken your vows 1,000 times. Come again. Ya Mevlana Ruhallah, La ilaha illallah, Ya Mevlana Ruhallah, La ilaha illallah, Ya Allah. Come, whoever you are, even though you've broken your vows 1,000 times. Come again. Come, whoever you are, even though you've broken your vows 1,000 times. Come again. Ya Mevlana Ruhallah, La ilaha illallah, La Mevlana Ruhallah, La ilaha illallah, Ya Allah. Once more, come, whoever you are, even though you've broken your vows 1,000 times. Come again. Come, whoever you are, even though you've broken your vows 1,000 times. Come again. Ya Mevlana Ruhallah, La ilaha illallah, Ya Mevlana Ruhallah, La ilaha illallah, Ya Allah. This tune of Rumi's words comes from my brother Kabir Kitz, Murshid Kabir Kitz, who passed away earlier this year. But as it said, we'll let his memory be a blessing. We'll let his memory be a blessing. One more little bit. You know that we have these pictures of our teachers and the etchings of Mevlana, Rumi, and we don't worship these pictures of Inayat Khan or Sam Lewis, or we worship the Holy One, the Universal Spirit, Allah, known by many names. But the Sufis tune to these beings in our lineage, or the special universal beings like Mevlana, who were so revered by people who've never heard the word Sufi before, but they love his poetry. So we can tune, we can see through the eyes that they saw through. She saw through, taste with the tongue, hear with the ears. Maybe we can inspire ourselves, and our hearts will feel a fullness by tuning to their state of realization. So if you go to Konya, you find these words everywhere, etched all over the place from Rumi. It's very short, just a little bit here. In generosity and helping others, be like a river. In compassion and grace, be like the sun. In concealing others' faults, be like the night. In anger and fury, be as if you have died. In modesty and humility, be like the earth. In tolerance, be like the sea. Appear as you are, or be as you appear. Ameen, ameen. And you can read those words or hear those words a million times, and there's still more behind the next reading. There's the depth is I haven't found the bottom yet. There's a lot to cull from there. So okay, let's do 3 big whoos, then we're going to turn it back to Jelani and Salik. All together, big breath, and feel it from your head to your toes. Again. Once more.
Thank you, Murshid.
Thank you.
More to come.
So I think you had a plan.
So it's an evolving plan. Rumi has this title, Mevlana, that Murshid Allaudin referred to, which is often translated as Lord or Master, but it has another meaning of protector. And there's a chant I learned in Morocco, which uses this word in a slightly different form, Maulana. Maulana, Allah, Ya Maulana, Allah, our protector. And I love that connection with Rumi. So I've got a little zikr to bring to you with that chant. So Allah, Allah, Ya Allah.
Allah, Allah, Ya Allah.
Allah, Ya Maulana.
Allah, Ya Maulana.
Just get my beads out of the way, they're a bit noisy. Allah, Allah, Ya Allah.
Allah, Allah, Ya Allah.
La ilaha illallah.
La ilaha illallah.
Allah, Allah, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, Ya Maulana. Allah, Allah, Ya Allah. La to show you some movements that you can bring to that, which you can do standing or seated. Just checking in with the melody because it's maybe a little bit of an unusual turn. Can you just show me if you're okay with it? Would you like it in smaller pieces? It's working okay for most people. Good. It'll come anyway. So, Allah, our protector. Let me turn the volume up a bit now. Over here. So we're going to step to the right and then bring the arms up, and then step to the left and bring the arms up. And then we do this circle all the way round to the right and up again. And at that point you just take a little step to the left. So you stay facing the screen. It's an adaptation. So it looks like this. Allah, Allah, Ya Allah, Allah, Ya Maulana, Allah, Allah, Ya Allah, La ilaha illallah. So the movement's repeated twice. Allah, Allah, Ya Allah, Allah, Ya Maulana. Excuse me. Just inhaled a small fly. So that was the practice. Ya Maulana. So maybe we'll just do one more piece and then hand back to you, Allaudin. Do you want to play the reed? Listen to the story told by the reed of being separated. Since I was cut from the reed bed, I have made this crying sound. Anyone apart from someone they love knows how I feel. Anyone pulled from a source longs to go back. At any gathering, I am there, mingling in the laughing and the grieving, a friend to each, but few will hear the secrets hidden within the notes. No ears for that. Body flowing out of spirit, spirit up from body, no concealing that mixing. But it's not given us to see the soul. The reed flute is fire, not wind. Be that empty. Hear the love fire tangled in the reed notes as bewilderment melts into wine. The reed is a friend to all who want the fabric torn and drawn away. The reed is hurt and salve combining, intimacy and longing for intimacy. One song. A disastrous surrender and a fine love together. The one who secretly hears this is senseless. A tongue has one customer, the ear. A sugarcane flute has such effect because it was able to make sugar in the reed bed. The sound it makes is for everyone. Days full of wanting, let them go by without worrying that they do. Stay where you are. Inside, such a pure, hollow note. Every thirst gets satisfied except that of these fish, the mystics. who swim a vast ocean of grace, still somehow longing for it. No one lives in that without being nourished every day. But if someone doesn't want to hear the song of the reed flute, it's best to cut conversation short, say goodbye, and leave. Ameen, Ya Maulana. Over to you, Murshid.
So beautiful. Thank you so much. It's really the story of the Masnavi of human existence, and one drop there, the pain of separation, cut off from the source, the reed torn from the reed bed. I mean, well, as you read the Masnavi, he speaks oftentimes about the Jewish community and the Christian community and the natural world, and all kinds of things. Just human existence from the profane to the most high is contained in there. But long time ago, when I got to go to San Francisco to the dance meetings out there when Wally Ali ran them every Monday night, we'd do a dance meeting and we do like 20 dances. I mean, but every dance was like 2 minutes long, or like 3. It was really short. It was a whole different kind of way. And, there wasn't all these books that you could find about how to lead a dance or how it went or the practice or whatever. So it was really pretty much all oral tradition. And I kind of think that's one reason why Wally ran us through so many dances so quickly. But also it's like the Zikr circles were really established in the Western Sufism in the same way. Yeah. So we weren't, maybe as used to the longer practice in the way, so at any rate, but we have Rumi's Urs, but what else we have? We have Hanukkah. We have that solstice. I know there's somebody from down under here, so we're in winter, Ramunda. I know it's summertime down there, take off your shoes, that's fine. And then Christmas and New Year. So it's so many powerful spots all in one. So maybe I'll take us through just a few nods, if you will, to all these other friends. It's our friend Murshid Allaudin used to always say, whatever the high holy days of whatever tradition is, it's a good time to catch the wave. There's a lot of people praying in that way, so we can kind of catch the waves of all these different traditions that are strong in the atmosphere right now. And if what we do has merit, may it benefit all beings. So that's why we're here. So we'll do a couple partner dances quickly in a row. And so one way to do it is you can get your gallery thing going, and you can, without unmuting, you can go around and exchange the glance with all your different friends, who are in here a little bit. And well, let's use this word shalom to start off with. So just wishing peace to all of our different friends as we come around. So folks might have heard this tune up, but I'll start singing. You can sing along when you catch it. And but wish peace to all of our different friends who are gathered here, you know, and they're from all over. Shalom, 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 shalom. That much again. Shalom, 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 shalom. Yadidai, 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 yadidai. Snap your fingers to the center. Yadidai, yadidai, yadidai. Again. Hey, yadidai, yadidai, shalom, the glance. Shalom, wishing peace. Shalom, shalom, good things for your life. Shalom, 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 shalom. To the center. Yadidadida, 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 yadidadida. Shalom, 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 shalom. Shalom. You know, as you go about, you know, we're not over here, at least in the States, we're not getting around so much to see others, you know, but whoever you see, you can wish them shalom, you can wish them peace without even saying it. You can just do it with your glance. You know, we don't know the story of everybody's life or what kind of troubles they have going on like that. So, but we can, you know, give them our heart. We can give them shalom, shalom, peace, peace be with you. It's a good way. Speaking of bringing back the light, the solstice is coming. is another partner dance. So figure it out. You can you can be your own partner. You can scroll around. But we're going to honor the light that is coming and the light that's within us. Another one of these Wally Ollie style of quick runarounds. But you know, it's homeopathic. You know, you can go deep in and you can get a lot. You know, in just a quick little bit, right? Even a breath. I honor the light within you. Allah, 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 I honor the light within you. Allah, 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 la ilaha illallah. Allah, Allah, la ilaha illallah. I honor the light. I honor the light within you. Allah, 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 I honor the light within you. Allah, 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 Ishkala. Ishkala, Mabud, Layla. Nur, 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 Allah. Ishkala, Mabud, Layla. Nur, 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 Allah. That's the whole thing. I honor the light within you. So it's namaste. And if we were doing the dance, we could clap high, we'd clap low, then we would do a quick turn. You can try that in the safety of your own home if you'd like to. Be careful, though. Safety first. Jelani and Salik can model it for us up there in the corner on my screen. And then we said the zikr. I honor the light within you. Allah, Allah, El Allahu, El Allahu. Only God exists. I honor the light within you. Allah, Allah, El Allahu. Then we did Allah, 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 La ilaha illallah. I think we've said that once or twice here today. But then the next phrase is a little different when it comes back around again. We goes Ishq Allah, Mabud Layla, Ishq Allah, Mabud Layla, or some say Mabud Allah, both are right. God is love, lover, and beloved. And then the important one here for the light is Nur. If you want to spread your hands out at that point, just be like the sun, and feel that. Sometimes we want to be the moon all the time, but we need to be the sun to get things done, right? Nur, Nur, Nur Allah. Bring back the light. Bowing. I honor the light within you. Allah, Allah, El Allahu. I honor the light within you. Allah, Allah, El Allahu. Allah, Allah, la ilaha illallah. Allah, Allah, la ilaha illallah. I honor the light within you. Allah, Allah, El Allahu. I honor the light within you. Allah, Allah, El Allahu. Ishkala Mabud Layla. Nur, Nur, Nur Allah. Ishkala Mabud Layla. Nur, Nur, Nur Allah. I honor the light within you. Allah, Allah, El Allahu. I honor the light within you. Allah, Allah, El Allahu. Allah, Allah, la ilaha illallah. Allah, Allah, la ilaha illallah. I honor the light within you. Allah, Allah, El Allahu. I honor the light within you. Allah, Allah, El Allahu. Ishkala Mabud Layla. Nur, Nur, Nur Allah. Ishkala Mabud Layla. Nur, Nur, Nur Allah. I honor the light within you. Allah, Allah, El Allahu. I honor the light within you. Allah, Allah, El Allahu. Allah, Allah, la ilaha illallah. Allah, 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 El Allahu. I honor honor the light within you. Allah, 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 Ishkala Mabulela, Nur, 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 Allah. Ishkala Mabulela, Nur, Nur, Nur. I honor the light within you. Allah, 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 the light within you. La, Allah, 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 la ilaha illallah. Allah, Allah, la ilaha illallah. I honor the light within you. Allah, 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 I honor the light within you. Allah, 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 Ishkala Mabulela, Nur, 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 Allah. Ishkala Mabulela, Nur, 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 Allah. That Nur, 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 Allah. 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 Ru Allah, illallah, la ilaha illallah. Ru Allah, breath of God, name of Jesus in Islam, Isa, Ru Allah. Ru Allah, illallah, la ilaha illallah. There's nothing but God. Illallah, la ilaha illallah. We sing Kyrie eleison, Christe eleison, Kyrie eleison, Christe eleison. God have mercy, Christ have mercy. Isa, Ru Allah. Whatsoever ye do to the least of my people, that ye do unto me. Ru Allah illallah, la ilaha illallah. 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 Kyrie eleison, Christe eleison, Kyrie eleison, Christe eleison. La illallah, la ilaha illallah. 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 Prince of Peace, shine your light, help us through the dark of night. Prince of Peace, shine your light. Help us through the dark of night. Ooh, la, 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 la. Ooh, la, 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 la. Ooh, la, 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 la. Ooh, la, 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 ilaha illallah. Kyrie eleison, Christe eleison, Kyrie eleison, Christe eleison. Illallah, la ilaha illallah. You are la illallah, la ilaha illallah. You are la illallah, la ilaha illallah. You are la illallah, la ilaha illallah. Prince of Peace, shine your light. Help us through the dark of night. Prince of Peace, shine your light. Help us through the dark of night. Ooh, la ilaha, la ilaha illallah, la la, la ilaha illallah, la la, la ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah. Kyrie eleison, Christe eleison, Kyrie eleison, Christe eleison. Illallah, la ilaha illallah. La illallah, la ilaha illallah. Ooh, la illallah, la ilaha illallah. Ooh, la illallah, la ilaha illallah. Prince of Peace, shine your light. Help us through the dark of night. Prince of Peace, shine your light and help us through the dark and la 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 Stay a liaison, stay a liaison. La ilaha illallah, la ilaha illallah, la ilaha help us through the dark of night. Prince of Peace, shine your light. Help us through the dark of night. Sing. Ooh, la illallah, la ilaha illallah. Ooh, la illallah, la ilaha illallah. Ooh, la illallah, la ilaha. La ilaha illallah. Amin, amin, amin. Be the light. Amin, amin, amin. All right, Lynn. Oh, the dog's barking. He must like it. But as the Sufis say, the dogs may bark, but the caravan moves on. Jaladi and Salik, you got one more little bit for us?
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Allaudin. If I can find my voice, we'll do a bit more. So let's just feel into this moment again. If you haven't got the screen on gallery view, then maybe bring it up and have a look around at all the beloveds who've been sharing this precious time together. And we can just share the glance, share this deep gratitude for these practices, for our beloved teachers, going back in time, like Mevlana Rumi. Excuse me. And so many other teachers in chain. And we'll finish with a who. Sharing the breath with one another, sharing the glance. Sharing so much heart together in this moment, so precious. And Rumi says, this we have now is not imagination. This is not grief or joy, not a judging state or an elation or sadness. Those come and go. This is the presence that doesn't. What else could human beings want? When grapes turn to wine, they're wanting this. When the night sky pours by, it's really a crowd of beggars, and they all want some of this. This that we are now created the body, cell by cell, like bees building a honeycomb. The human body and the universe grew from this. Not this from the universe and the human body. This we have now is not imagination. again, I'd like to thank Allaudin so much.
Well, thank you. And I might just say one more thing before we make our final prayer, eh?
Yeah.
And
Please.
you know, we went through invoking the Urs of Rumi and Hanukkah and Christmas and the solstice and maybe more. I can't remember, but you know, New Year's is coming up, and I thought of a Sufi story of if you've seen the movie Sunseed, and you know, they have Sam Lewis's funeral at the very end of it, and there's this tiny woman who says, "Just do it, at the very end," you know, and just encouraging everybody. And Wally Ollie, our friend, you know, Sam Lewis's secretary, interviewed, I think her name was Hazel, this woman, but she was a really close friend of Sam Lewis's. And she says to Wally Ollie, do you know what I do every day? And Wally Ollie said, "No, Hazel, what do you do every day?" She says, "Well, I get a piece of paper and I write new on it." So maybe we should all take that practice up for the new year, just every day or once a week or once a quarter, just write new. We'll see if we can, you know, gain some wisdom that way. Otherwise, so spectacular to see all my friends from the UK, Wales showed up in a big way like that, but all over the UK and Australia and Arizona and Hawaii and Minneapolis and folks from all over. I can't name all the spots. Russia, how about that? Yeah, so folks are here from all over. It's so great to see everybody, and much love, and thanks to Jelani and Salik, you know, who have such a great session that they do, you know, especially for folks in the UK, but I think folks tune in from all over. But you know, they do such a great session, you know, a couple times a week there. And a musician note, I might add that they have one of the best sounding sessions of anybody doing the Zooms out there. And so that's something to consider. All right, Yapata.
So
many thanks. So let's end.
shall we invite Allaudin?
Yeah, would you like to end us with a prayer, Allaudin? Would you like to lead?
Well, there's one I know.
Yes.
You might know it too, that we often end these sessions with. And so let's just all take a couple of breaths together and reflect on all the practices and the experiences and feelings that we had here together. Send this out to all beings. If what we do as merit may benefit all beings. O thou, O thou. I stopped at O thou. I think I got stopped right there.
O thou,
Who art, you take it, Sully.
O thou, who art the perfection of
That's the
love,
one.
harmony, and beauty, Lord of heaven and earth, open our hearts that we may hear thy voice, which constantly comes from within. Disclose to us thy divine light, which is hidden in our souls, that we may know and understand life better. O most merciful and compassionate God, give us thy great goodness, teach us thy loving forgiveness, raise us above the distinctions and differences which divide. Send us the peace of thy divine Spirit, and unite us all in thy perfect being. Amen. Amen. Amen.
I mean, that's how it goes. But I couldn't remember the words of the prayer in that particular moment, but I could remember another Rumi story, which I flashed on when we were all together here. And there's a great tale about how as Rumi got older, how the sleeves of his robes became threadbare because they were shoulder to shoulder, making the prayers so much, you know. So I feel that with you all. I feel my fabric of my robe is becoming thinner because I've been shoulder to shoulder, and so I can feel the presence when you all make the prayers with me. And so, hallelujah.
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 Hallelujah.